here why we are discussing about this file based system is because of the reason that, so right now we are actually going to be discussing the DBMS. But before DBMS, there is some other kind of system before the DBMS, that is called as the file based system. So the reason why we are moving to the database management system is because we have so many faults, so many disadvantages, loopholes in the file based system, that is the FBS. FBS is also called as the traditional file system, that is TFS. Both are same. In the exam, if we ask whether it is a traditional file system or file based system, both are same. But the word TFS is more popular. So here what we are going to discuss in the next session, that is in the next coming time, is why actually we move to the DBMS, why DBMS is more advantageous than the file based system. We are going to differentiate the file based system with the DBMS. First, we are going to discuss what are the disadvantages. We are going to discuss what are the disadvantages of the file based system. Then we are going to discuss how these disadvantages of the file based system are overcome by using the database management system. Okay, there are some factors, there are some faults we are going to discuss now. Okay, let us go for some of the properties. The first one is called as the data redundancy. What is the first property or first disadvantage in the file based system? Data redundancy. You have to know what is the meaning of the redundancy. The redundancy is nothing but the repetition of the data. The redundancy is nothing but the repetition of the data. Let us take one example to understand what is meant by data redundancy. Okay, let us take the data of the students. Okay, let us take this as a rule number. Rule number is something like 12. There is a rule number 12, 13 and 14. The next one is called as the name, and the name is X here. Also the name is X here, the name is Y here, or else you can take this as a serial number so that it can be understood well. So serial number 1 2 3, and the next one is the phone number, something like 1 2 3, something like 3 4 5. And tell me what is the phone number of X person. This is also 1 2 3, right? So let us take this example. To today we are only going to discuss what is data redundancy as per the time. So whenever you understand what is data redundancy, automatically you will understand all other disadvantages. This is very important. Data redundancy means the same data is repeated for a number of times. Here the data like X123 is repeated for 2 times. As this is the smallest table, it's no problem. Let us assume that the phone number of X is changed to some other number like 147. Then tell me, do we need to make this change 147 over here also? Is it or not? As the name is X over here and here, the same record is there. This is the first record and this is the third record. So as the data is repeated, whenever the phone number is changed at one place, we also make sure that the phone number has to be changed in the next place also, that is 147. This is perfectly alright whenever the size of the relation or the size of the table is very less. But there will be so much of inconvenience whenever the same X is repeated for, let us say, some 1900 times it is repeated. Are we able to make this updates, that the phone number update at 900 places? So it is very much hard to change the phone number at 900 places whenever the data is redundant. This much of redundancy we can maintain because there are only two records. I can change at this place and this place. But if there are 900 people with the same name, that is the same fellow is repeated for 900 times, it is very much hard to change it. So because of that, because of this redundancy, that is a repetition of the data, there is so much of confusions in the data. So this confusion needs to be removed. That's why we want to reduce the data redundancy here. What we have to do? Hello.